Metro's latest penalty for repeatedly missing performance targets has been described as nothing more than a political stunt. $4 million is being withheld by the state government, but the opposition says that's small change in Metro's overall pay packet.
7 months and Metro's yet to meet a timetable target. In June, almost 1 in 5 trains were late.
Punctuality targets have not been met, and Metro in that context have agreed for $4 million of revenue to be withheld.
The contract's a contract we signed, so it's fair.
No hard feelings. Metro earns $474 million annually to run the trains.
It's about 1% of the contract. It's nothing more than a slap on the wrist, it's nothing more than a stunt, and it's going to do nothing in terms of getting the trains turning up on time.
The government is sending a message to Metro that the community expects and deserves a better performance.
But Metro's boss says it's working as fast as it can. Last month, spending a record $60 million on improvements to infrastructure and timetabling. The government's confident Metro's now on track to have its rail network makeover completed in 12 months.
We'll be in a much better place in 12 months.
But try convincing commuters who have a whole list of complaints.
Not being on time and the people on the train drinking and smoking.
The government's not doing anything about infrastructure, so 12 months is not going to make any difference.
It's a much longer process than that.
It's the best we've got. It's better than New South Wales.
Margaret Decker, 7 News.
The Metro boss spent much of the week in Hong Kong for talks with executives from parent company MTR. Andrew Lund is in Hong Kong. Andrew, what did they discuss?
Well, plenty, Rebecca. The Hong Kong company does what many in Melbourne consider impossible. It runs 99.9% of its trains on time, and just a 20-minute delay is enough to have management dragged before Parliament for a please explain. Now, MTR says much of that reliability is due to its maintenance program. Many of its trains are nudging 30 years old, but they still run as good as new, and they're expected to run for another 20 years. Now, it's also helped by a series of high-tech control centres, much more modern than the Metro system Melbourne relies upon, and they mean that staff are able to spot any problems early and deal with them relatively quickly. There's obviously a lot more money spent on the system here than in Melbourne, and despite that, MTR says it's taken almost a decade to achieve what it has. That said, Metro believes there's plenty of ideas that it'll be able to take back to Melbourne and hopefully improve on-time performance. I guess time will tell. Rebecca?
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. Andrew Lund reporting there.